Okay, cool. Yeah, like you said, my name is Kimono Guchu. I'm a fourth-year student. I go to Georgia State for computer science. I started out wanting to major in computer science for my love of gaming and computers and just like technology as a whole.
Recording in progress.
So that's kind of how I just got started in this industry and field. If everybody on the panel would kind of introduce themselves, tell us your name, where you're from, and how you got started in gaming.
What's up, y'all? My name is Brent, aka ItzzBrenty. It goes to my YouTube, my Twitch, and all of that. So if you want to search it up, you can. I'm from Austin, New York. Basically, my come up was, I didn't really want to. I didn't know what I wanted to do. You feel me? It was either football, or gaming. But at the time, I didn't take gaming very serious. Or I didn't think I could be a competitor or think I could get any money from this. But so I went to college or not know what I wanted to do. Did criminal justice, got my associates. But then it's like, do I really want to be a cop? Do I really want to do all that stuff? Do I really want to be in my father's footsteps or anything like that? Nah, I kind of want to make my own path. So, I chose gaming. And, the competitive scene is hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's very hard, just starting off from the bottom, trying to make yourself to the top, watching film, like I'm a professional basketball player, So, it's a grind. It's a grind. Glad I'm here, here to tell you my story, but that's me.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ricky. I go by Ricky Muffin when it comes to playing video games. I started off, I'm from Bronx, New York. Just a regular kid growing up playing sports, basketball, football, baseball. I came up through video games I noticed that I beat all my friends in everything that I played in when it comes to 2K. That's all I play is 2K. And I was like, hey, I wonder if I'm really this good or this is just I'm okay where I'm at. So I started traveling to Philly, Pennsylvania, Jersey, and I found out that I'm really good at playing video games. So I also play competitively, and it's hard, but I love doing it, and it's a passion. So if you guys have a passion, if you guys want to do that passion, go for it. It might be video games, it might be something else, but whatever you guys find, just strive with it, go with it. And we have the internet now, so we don't have to worry about a lot of things that our parents had to worry about. So there's a lot of opportunities out there, just go for it.
Hi everybody, my name is Ishmael Martinez. I'm the head coach for Esports here at Bloomfield College. I was born in Houston, Texas, and I made my way over here to Bloomfield maybe a couple years ago, but it took me a while to get here. I graduated here in 2020, graduated with broadcast journalism as my degree, and I'm now the coach after been playing video games pretty much my whole life. I started off with Pokemon, and I started playing League of Legends, played Smash, played pretty much any game that you can possibly think of. But now I'm a coach here. I love competitive esports. Esports is incredibly important to me, and I have a really strong passion for it. And I love coaching the students here on the campus, and I would love to see more people play competitively.
Hi guys, my name is Hector. With my friends here at Bloomfield, I go by Hectic, so that's my username for games. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and when I'm 14, 15, I moved over here, graduated high school, and came here at Bloomfield for their major of game design. So it's one of the, I think, number 2 or number 1 in the state for game development, game design. So growing up, didn't have that many friends, so I had video games to support me and have fun growing up. And from there on, once I moved in, I saw that people were interested in the games I was playing, and it kind of developed to me studying what I am right now, video games. It's my second year here. I joined the esports team. They only had one game, which was League of Legends. It's something that I didn't play, but I was still interested in esports, so I put my mind into it, and I worked from the ground up. Now this final year of mine, I am the captain for the team, and as some of the panel said, it's all about the grind. Doesn't matter what game it is, and it also applies outside of gaming. It applies for work and content creation. So no matter what you guys want to do, as long as you guys put the grind in your craft, the sky's the limit. You guys can reach so many places. Just put the grind for it. That's pretty much it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine. I go to Jazz Res online. I'm originally from Niagara Falls, New York, but I now live in South Carolina. I'm a content creator and I'm the owner of Team Inferno, an esports organization focused on Apex Legends content creation and competitive. I started content creation in April 2020 because of the pandemic. I was like, I'm gonna be playing games pretty much all day now anyway, so I might as well try to do something with it. I started streaming on Twitch and I started growing like way faster than I would have expected. So then like February 2021, I released merch. I'm actually wearing it right now and it was like selling like way more than I would have thought. And my community was like, you know, like you have jerseys, you have mouse pads, you have flags, like where's the esports team? And I was just like, okay, like I guess we could do that. That sounds like a cool idea. And I got on my TikTok and I made an open application for an Apex Legends esports team and got 3,000 applicants. And I was like, okay, like this really just changed what I thought this was gonna be. But I fully pursued it because I know like there's not a lot of people like myself, not a lot of women, not a lot of people of color like doing things like this. So I really want to like increase that representation, and I think we're doing a good job of it so far. That's all.
That's good. That's good. Another question I have. How do you guys feel gaming has benefited you, whether it's mentally, physically, financially? How do you feel it has benefited you the most in your life?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like, I love it. It's the love of it. And the grind, the progress you gain from it, you know? You know, I'm a YouTuber, so it's like seeing your views go from 20 to 100 to 1,000, you know? They get rewarded from it, you know? And it's like, once you see that, then you want to expand your gaming more. You want to go live, go on Twitch, you know, see if other people want to see you go live. You know, so it's all about the love for it, you know? And if you got the passion for it, you know, it gives you a purpose, you know? It gives you a purpose, you know? Find what you want to do, find what you want to love.
For me, it's always fun to win prizes. I just love being the best in the room. So when I can say like, yeah, out of everyone in this room, I'm the best at this particular game, just makes my life just, gives me a happiness that I don't get with anything else. And it also prepares me for things like in life, like if you're like in a big finals or something, or like the last match of a tournament, all that pressure that's built up to you, it helps you deal with real life situations. So that's like what I take from it when it comes to video games.
For me specifically, it was gaming. Growing up, it was like an outlet to feel comfortable with myself and my situation. Since I didn't have that much communication with people and friends outside of school, gaming was like the way of making myself feel happy. But as I grew older and I had connections, I found the fun of playing them competitively, playing with them with friends, and it's gotten to the point where I follow a lot of organizations because I think they're the best. You always want to root for the team that you like, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, and it's the same thing with video games. And I want to go to a point where I want to stream, I want to make content, I want to compete in different tournaments, not just the one I do. So it's like a good, like you guys mentioned, it's a good outlet. Whether you want to win, you want to make content, or you just want the passion and love for the game. So if you have one of those three, I think gaming will rise to even more levels than it is right now, and I feel it's going to be the main thing that people are going to follow and try to do.
For me, gaming is satisfying because you feel good playing video games, but then you get to the point like where all of us are on this panel is, and we're making something that people told us was a waste of time. It's now something that, one, we can make money off of, one way that we can entertain people with. It's something that we were told, you're never going to be good enough to be good at gaming. You're never going to be good enough that gaming's going to make you money. You're never going to be doing this. You're wasting your time, and it's not going to get you anything in life. And look at us now. I'm a coach here. These two are in tournaments. My player went to college and he's on the team now. And becoming a pro player in any kind of competitive esport environment is literally making you millions and millions of dollars. It's an endless and satisfying experience being a gamer in this day and age, especially after the pandemic. There's so many opportunities to be a gamer.
I definitely agree about it being an outlet. Like, I personally deal with like a lot of depression and anxiety, so I found that when I'm playing games, when I'm streaming, when I'm making content, like that stuff doesn't come with me. So it's really nice to be able to have like an escape from that. And also, like, in terms of like turning your passion, turning your dream, turning like something that to a lot of people is just a hobby into something that's like, you know, your full career, like that's really rewarding. Like I have a lot of ambition, so I want to take something like this, like you were saying, like people think it's a waste of time. Like I'm gonna take it and like show people like, no, it's not. Like I'm actually doing something and you can see it.
So on that note, where do you guys see yourselves going through gaming? What is your future?
You already know me. I'm going to the top. Like y'all know right now, I'm the best at what I do. I do 2K, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. I got the videos to back it up. So if you want to go check me out, y'all can. And I'm serious too. You know, I have a lot of faith in myself. You know, I really feel like I'm gonna be, you know, really big. You know, I'm talking about millions. Millions. You know what I mean? I believe in that and I stand on it. You know? And it's all the way up from here, you know? I got myself here from doing what I love, so I definitely can reach higher. And I know y'all can too. You guys gotta believe in yourselves.
The same thing as Brenty. I just feel like I was looking for someone to play with every day, and Ryan found Brenty, and he put me on with Brenty, and me and him been doing great ever since. So I'm right with him with his dream, and you guys can do it too. Anything y'all want to do in life, go for it.
Don't let no one say no to you, all right? Don't let nobody say no to you.
No one.
Nobody.
They're dangerous in 2K, be careful. I definitely want to keep pursuing to being an esports coach, or because I want to make Bloomfield grow as an esports organization. I want to create bigger teams. I want to create more teams. Right now, we're kind of limited to only 2 at the moment, but it can only get bigger. There's no such thing as stopping at 2. You go 3, 4, 5, as many as possible. You want to join as many organizations as possible. There's NACE, the National Association for Collegiate Esports, and then there's ECAC, which is part of the actual athletic sports program. They've added an esports division to it. There's so many opportunities to grow, and I want just Bloomfield to get bigger and bigger, and I want to be there to lead the way.
For me, I just want, after I graduate, I just want to compete. But another thing I really want to do is make games for it to be competition. And I just want to, I kind of liked playing, and I kind of understood what it meant to be a coach like Ish. And I kind of want to help out other people find their love for the game and like compete as well. And it has to be college. My high school, I found out like a year or 2 that they started developing an esports team, an esports club, and they're competing against other high schools in their county. And I want to go to a point where I want to be able to volunteer and help them out grow, because that's where I found my passion and that's how I got here. And I also want to help out the community. So it's a mix of both. It's, wanting to keep competing and be the best I am, while also bringing young talent like you guys who are interested in content creation and playing video games competitively into the level, into the atmosphere that it is today.
As far as my future, I definitely want to continue furthering my personal content creation path, like, my YouTube, my Twitch, my TikTok, all of that. But I also want to, this is probably the bigger of the 2, grow Team Inferno. Like, we're currently competing in a $5 million tournament series called the Global Series. So, just seeing us be able to like compete in something like that, and like I said, increase representation, like show like people like us can do this and we can get to the top, like that's really important to me. There's like, as far as like inspiration, like orgs like TSM, FaZe, NRG, 100 Thieves, like I don't see anything in my path like from getting other them. So that's where I'm trying to go.
So I got a couple questions specifically for Coach. You could tell us a little about the esports team, how long is the season, how many players are on the roster, how often you guys practice, you guys offer scholarships, things along those lines.
So for esports team here at Bloomfield College, I have two teams, Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I have League of Legends. Both of those run weekly. Currently, the League of Legends team just finished their season. After we run 2 seasons, spring and fall. Last season we had, what was it, 20 games? Yeah, we had 20 games, and then this season we had 8 games because spring season's a lot shorter because we perform in a more national tournament more than a regional tournament. And Smash Bros is still going on. We're competing against regional, which will expand into nationals through ECAC, which is a division similar to the CACC. And the question was for tuition and scholarships. Currently, we do not offer them, but we're trying to establish that so that we can attract more people here. Maybe even get room and board for them so that they can stay longer on campus and spend more time learning to be competitive, not having to have to go home every day and play, stuff like that.
Okay, I got a few more questions. What would you say the recruitment process is like, and how is the training?
Sure. Okay, so the recruitment process is first we're looking at high schoolers that are prospective students into coming to Bloomfield College, and we try to decide, are they a fit for the team? Because we have size requirements, so Smash Bros requires a 6-man team, and League of Legends is a 5-man team minimum, and we try to keep a 10-man roster for it if possible. We try to make sure that they are competitive enough that they're going to be able to compete against people from across the country, not only locally, but regionally as well, and to be able to keep a mindset that even if things are difficult for them to learn and play on a weekly basis, that they are able to keep a level head and determination to keep practicing, keep on grinding, making sure that they can compete and not try to, get discouraged, because esports is extremely difficult. It is a much more different scene than the casual scene. Once you go from the casual scene into esports and even competitive, you're gonna be basically called a sweat. Sweat is a term that a lot of people use that want to try hard, and that's kind of what we're looking for in esports and competitive.
Final question for the Coach.
Can I just add something as well, since you also mentioned training, like practices. It all depends, we try to work around our schedule, especially for the team. I know it also depends on how each student and each athlete has their classes set up. So for us, last semester, everyone was available in the late afternoon, night, so we probably practiced maybe around 3 to 4 hours per day. While in spring, it was a bit difficult, so we probably practiced once or twice a week, maybe 2 or 3 hours. But the practice just doesn't stop with the coach, with the teams on campus. It also continues on your off time. Normally, personally, I would probably play maybe around 10, 15 hours per week. And that's trying to manage classes, personal work, personal issues with family. So it's not the best or not the standard, but it's also trying to work around with the things that you want to do with the limitations that you guys have. But the more you practice, the more it pays off. If you don't put at least an hour a day, then you're not trying to be better. And it starts from there. You can start with 1 hour a day, and if you want to keep practicing, you add 2 hours, 3 hours. It goes from there. Obviously, you don't want to overexert yourself, and you don't want to be, as students, now in middle school and high school and even in college, you don't want to prioritize everything into gaming. You always have to handle other stuff, but if you're serious about competing, you have to put the time in. If not, then that's not what esports or teams here at college are looking for. It's not what they're looking for in the real life and the real professional world as well. So
I try to tell them if they can't play the game because you have to sit there at your computer and play. If you can't at least play it, at least watch some VODs, watch some pro players, watch like what are people doing around the world that you're not doing that can make you better. Because obviously they're the pros for a reason. So if you can't at least do it yourself on whatever platform that you're playing on, at least do yourself a favor and look at what the best are doing.
Last question for you, Coach. Have you had any gamers graduate? And if so, what do they do after graduation? Do you think the current players who will pursue careers in esports or competitive gaming?
So currently, I've had 3 people graduate while I was a coach here. The former coach was also a student similar to me, but he graduated and he was a actual student athlete as a baseball player. He has now pursued a job as a baseball coach in Little League. And the other 2 are they still hang around and they help coach the current team that I'm playing on. So they may not be looking to be pro players, but they stick around and they always help Hector and anybody else that's on the team. They love interacting with them on pretty much a daily basis, and they try to grow the team as much as they can.
This is a question from my content creators. What are some tips you would give to people trying to grow their community and maintain the game?
You can go ahead.
Jazz, you could go first.
Okay, so as far as like growing your community and like maintaining it, you really have to like engage with them in terms of like for example, I have a Discord community. A lot of content creators have Discord communities, but they're not active in them. Like your viewers, if they're joining your Discord, they want to interact with you like as much as possible. And another thing further with that, I have play with viewers days, so that definitely gets like my highest like viewership, like engagement, because especially a lot of like younger kids, they love to get attention to something that they like watching and stuff like that. And then to add on top of that, just like we're serious about like community engagement with the Inferno fam. So we have this thing called Inferno Fam Fridays. So every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, there's like a poll throughout the week to see what game everyone wants to play, and then we all get in a Discord VC and we play it together. And that's something like, they can look forward to every weekend. And then the next day I'm playing with viewers. So just stuff like that, it really gives like, there's like another level of connection.
When it comes to with me, I'm more like in-person type of growing. So like I make business cards for myself. I go to events, I go to tournaments. I try to speak with people to see what they like, what they don't like. And I just grow a following like that. I give them my Instagrams, my Twitters, my Twitches, and that's the way I like to do it.
See me, I'm different. I'm aggressive. I tell people what it is. I tell them the best, and I prove it to them that I'm the best. Keep it established, If y'all want to be the best, y'all gonna have to prove you're the best. Go in the Twitch chats, communicate with everybody, tell them that you're the best, tell them why you're the best, play against them, show them why on their stream, why you nice, you know what I mean? Show them that type of vibe. Show them how you really coming, you know what I mean? So it's like you have that type of bag, that mentality, that Kobe instinct, people gonna realize that. So that's the way I do it. I like to have, what's it called? If you're not gonna believe in me, I'm gonna show you,
Yeah, I would like to add something. I see people with, and I said this a little earlier ago, before everyone got into it. You can have a really big community, but you got a community that 500 viewers, 1,000 viewers, and I've seen streamers that only have 20 viewers, and their community is way stronger and it's so dedicated to that streamer. That's why you have to, you know, earlier the chat said, like, communicate with everyone that you communicate with them. Try to. Sometimes your chat might be going too fast, depending how big your following is. If your chat's going too fast, you know, try to catch little things, you know, hey, what's up, or hi. So try to acknowledge as much people as you can. Sometimes it's really hard, especially when you're in the game. So, but donations wise, if someone's donating you stuff, you know, you're like, hey, thanks for the donation. There's a lot of streamers that, you know, now they're making tons and tons of money. Sometimes they don't say, but I've seen big streamers, and they do say thank you. And it's always good to, you know, to show that in your community that you are paying attention, that you do see those donations. And I can't stress that to the most, because sometimes you might get a person, oh, they're not listening to me in chat, and the streamer's not trying to do that, not ignoring or anything. Just sometimes you just don't see it, and when they come back and if they say something about it, sorry about that, you know. I'm sorry I didn't get to see it, you know. But that's why we have Discord. So always keep your Discord active and extremely positive, and you know, keep working hard.
Can I just add on to that a little bit? That's really huge. So a really simple way to, you know, get people to feel like what they're doing for you is acknowledged is definitely alerts. Like, whenever somebody follows me, like, there's like, you know, there's a sound effect, you see it on the screen, their name pops up, you know, like, people, like, they're noticed, like, people really do appreciate that. And then further, like, there's, a stream deck, like, something like that, like, as you grow, like, you can have, like, sound effects, like, if somebody, you know, redeems, yeah, there you go, like, you know, there's a channel for redemption in your chat, like, you know, you accumulate channel points for, like, supporting that streamer, being there, you know, gifting subs, subscribing yourself, all that type of stuff. They want to feel like it's, like, worth it. So, there's just some more ideas.
Another note, how do you guys deal with content that people don't take how you expected or react poorly?
Rephrase that, what do you mean?
Like you put out a video and it doesn't really do what you expected it to do, or it's not what you expected it to be like.
Oh, simple. Drop another banging. I don't care what nobody says. You ain't gonna tell me my project is trash, you know, because eventually someone else gonna like it, you know. So definitely have new ideas, you know, to your videos or whatever you're trying to do. But don't let a simple no, you know, mess up your vibe on how you want to go throughout your videos. You know what I mean? So definitely just keep on pushing and like be more creative. You know, maybe you don't like the next video, then they're gonna have a different change of perspective. You know, so always keep going. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I had videos where I was like, yeah, has to be a great video, and then it didn't pan out. But videos that didn't seem as interesting to me, that actually like did well. So it's just about knowing what the people want, knowing what they like, and also following what you like. Don't forget about yourself. You have to enjoy what you're doing.
I agree with both of them. The thing you need to understand about your own content creation is you know what you like, and eventually there's so many people out in this world watching content. You're gonna find a community that understands what you like, and they're gonna follow with you. Don't let some haters make you change your content just because they don't like it. There's so many people that are gonna like your content, and it doesn't matter what these people say. Keep making your content. Keep making more. As long as you're making more content, you're gonna get the views eventually. It doesn't matter how long it takes. As long as you keep putting the grind on, keep on keeping a strong mentality, you're gonna get where you want to be. Now, of course, if you don't like your own content, then that's a whole different story. You need to switch up your content, switch to something that you like, that you actually felt that you did good with, and make sure that that content is getting pushed to the right people that you know are gonna like that content.
So as far as that, like, a lot of people get caught up in like the numbers. So they'll like chase trends, but it's not really like their brand, it's not like their identity, they're not really into it. And like, you know, over time, like, people will be able to tell like you're not really into it. So that's a big deal, like liking your own content, like doing what you want to do. Like there's a healthy balance, like, of course if, it's just not working for a while, like you can maybe like get some constructive criticism from some of your viewers, but like other than that, like do what you want to do.
And to my TK guys, how has your experience in the tournament space been? Have you guys started off going professional or franchises such as 2K League?
2K has been really nice to me. I have like 20 championships, so I've been that basically means there's 20 tournaments that I've been in that I've won. So I want to eventually become professional. Right now, I'm just competitive. Professional scene is kind of different because you have to travel. They might put you somewhere in the United States. But it's been good to me. I beat Brenty in a tournament a few tournaments ago, so that always feels good for me. But you definitely meet a lot of people who are better than you, and you just have to like practice to become better than them.
See, I'm a little different. I had a little different upspring, you feel me? I was a YouTuber first, and like my confidence is very high, so it's like in my head, I'm like, I can be more than a YouTuber, I want to be the best, best at everything, I just want to show I just want to show everyone that I'm not just, some funny guy on the sticks, I can really hang with these other competitive players, But as far as the competitive scene in the tournaments, 2v2s, me and Rick are undefeated, 4-0. But as far as the threes side of things go, it's a struggle. And here's where I would say if you guys are ever at this point in your grind, where like if stuff is going bad and stuff like that, just keep going, because right now we 0-3. But that's not stopping us from watching film, still grinding, still learning, because every failure you're gonna learn from it. Failure is gonna be there in life, you're always gonna fail and learn from your mistakes, So we're gonna strive for better, and we definitely gonna come home with this tournament. Let's believe that. And yeah, man, it's really a grind. Really a grind out there.
This question is for Jazz. What advice do you have for women pursuing careers in the game?
Okay, so first of all, there's like a ton of toxicity, like a lot. Like, for one, I really think like you should feel confident in yourself and like who you are, to like stand up for yourself against like the people that cause you any kind of way online. Like, it's really not cool. It's literally been happening to me since I was like 10 years old on PS3. Like, I really think that something that will help is finding multiple communities that are like safe spaces for you, like that are welcoming, that are inclusive, that type of thing. And that's something that I really like took upon myself to make sure people feel that way when they're like around my community. Like, for example, like in terms of like competitive gameplay, there's this term called IGL, and in-game leader in Apex Legends and other shooters. But basically, a lot of men feel like women can't be IGLs in this game. Like, they just feel like they're not good enough to do that. And it's like, I don't understand that, like, whatsoever, but it's just stuff like that, like, to put into perspective how, like, not welcoming people can be, but there are definitely communities that you can, like, get to know and, like, feel comfortable with.
Kimani, let's go one more and then we'll do some Q&A.
Okay, wrap it up. My last question is, who inspires you? What are some content creators and gamers that inspire you to do what you do?
Well, me personally, to be honest, I would say Dr. Disrespect and Travis.
Me personally,
they're very competitive. So.
That's cute.
I like that.
Me personally, I go for like Duke Dennis. These are like YouTubers that like started from the bottom. Like Duke Dennis came from the hood. Overcame like a lot of street gang violence. Behind the scenes. There's Agent Zero. He's a he's a YouTuber that goes over like the 2K communities, like the drama and all that stuff. But also on the second channel, he goes over on real estate. How to like do business on the other side of things. So it's like it's more than just the video game side of things. You also want to learn how to do business. How to make money, because you don't want to just do something and not get rewarded for it. You know what I mean? So like these are YouTubers that are like very good influencers on life. But yeah, definitely Duke Dennis, Agent Zero, Stacks Montana. Like the list goes on like so many YouTubers that I've watched that like helped me like do life. But yeah.
When it comes to me, it's a little different. I just look at people who think that they're the best. For some reason, like that's what drives me. Like, if you think you're the best, I'm like, all right, I gotta prove to you that I'm better than you.
Better than me?
I'm better than everyone. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I just look for rooms with a lot of people in them who thinks I'm the best one, and I usually prevail to tell them like, hey, it's really me.
For me, it started when esports really wasn't esports. It was more the FGC, the fighting game community. I first saw this player called Daigo. He played Street Fighter Third Strike, and he was probably the best in the world. And from there, I kind of looked into esports from there, or just fighting games in general. And as time went on, esports started developing, and I saw teams starting off with like small organizations. Like I was there when TSM was like a really small organization. Team Liquid is a really small organization, and then from there, I just been looking at esports since then. And now one of my favorite teams to watch is T1 in Korea, and then I still love TSM. Team Liquid's really good. 100 Thieves is a really good organization. Those are really good models for me.
So I've been inspired in like a little bit of a different way by Harris Heller. He's not much of a gamer. He's more of like a musician and like a just chatting streamer. But I watch like almost every single one of his YouTube videos because he gives so much free knowledge on like how to start being a content creator. Like I recommend him every single time people ask me like tips on like how to be a content creator, like what should I do. Like his videos just gave me more information than like any other YouTuber that I found. Like there's a ton of people that have like tips and tricks videos, but like his was like so comprehensive that I just can't recommend it enough.
I think for me it's different compared to everyone because everyone saw someone that was competing really hard. For me, when I grew up, I was just trying to find something entertaining. So for some of you guys probably watched a lot of content creators making fun videos on Fortnite or whatever that's popular right now. For me, it was old Call of Duty videos, people making clips or making funny jokes, funny impressions. And from there, if I found the game entertaining, that's when I started looking for people that play competitively. So for when Overwatch came out, I was watching XQC when he was playing competitively. For League, when I got into it, I was watching content creators that were playing League all the time, like Tyler One, Double Lift. So it's just finding something that it's like a balancing act for me. Like I'm trying to like separate the content creators that I watch just to be entertained and have a laugh to the ones I want to watch to get better. But it's that mix, or whenever I got into stream, watching people stream on Twitch or on YouTube, I would just watch people that were small communities, because I think when you are in a small community, I think there's like more engagement and there's like more positive feedback, and you can be interactive, and it starts feeling more than just people on the internet. They start becoming your friends, and that's how you develop these social skills as someone that you want to grow into esports. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Any questions? I know it's the end of the day. This was a good panel. I apologize it was at the end, but this is a really dope panel that you guys have. You have one here?
He wants to know what the handles are to follow y'all.
So I have
a business card.
you guys have it so in your panel by the bio.
Oh, okay.
But we can actually, I know Ish and Hector we don't have. You can write those down. Just double check it, but we can also send those around as well too, so you guys can follow for sure. Any other questions? Kamani, thank you. Jasmine, thank you.
Thank you.
Great
very much.
panel.
Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you guys. I got a shirt for you. I gotta get your address. We'll send it out to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yo, follow the kid too. Follow Kimani and Jazz.
I just sent a tweet. I don't have Kamani, but I have Jasmine on it. So you guys-
I appreciate y'all.
I'll tell you guys in the chat.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting everybody. Hope y'all have a great day.
You too, man. You too.
Bye.